Welcome back to Premier Boys. It's your boy New.
Your boy Code.
Whew. Amazon Prime got bangers like this? Let me find out.
They known for bangers.
But hey, we here talking about that new horror series, Them.
Mm-hmm. Good black horror.
What's the writer's name? Little Marvin?
Yeah, Little Marvin.
Little Marvin, boy.
He did
Hey.
fine with this. Doing spectacular.
We praise Jordan Peele a lot. The dude who wrote this Little Marvin,
Mm-hmm.
he's definitely up there when it comes to this black horror.
Yeah, he up next. Them up, but yeah, this about the Emery family and the demons that they running from.
Yeah, gotta fight.
Encountering.
Yeah.
And it's back in the 70s and shit.
Like 60s, 70s.
Probably, there's still racists out there, you know what I'm saying? Still heavy racism, but
yeah, they live in they start out in North Carolina. It's a mom, a dad, two little girls, and a baby boy. The dad is he went to I don't know what war it was, but y'all history buffs, y'all know what war would have been around that time. He was and then he was also an engineer. He went to college as an engineer. But
I'm talking about it's everything in the show is just fucked up. From the pops, how they was just like back when they was testing shit on black people in the military and shit. Like
he got messed up with mustard gas.
Yeah, messed up all that mustard gas. He couldn't eat sweets no more, nigga, none of that. So that shit was crazy. His wife Lucky. The loss of her youngest one, scarred her for a while, probably until the end of this series. Or was it episode 9?
Yeah, what she was in that.
No, when Pops came outside.
Oh yeah. And then you got Ruby Lee, the oldest daughter.
Yeah, she going through she's fighting
demons. She a teenager. She don't, and she's.
They don't want to go with their mom.
Yeah, because the mama go through some tragic, which we're not gonna spoil, but he already said the loss of her youngin', but we ain't gonna explain how that happens. But oh my gosh, that tragedy that she goes through, it messes the mom up mentally. So Ruby Lee is she's hell bent on not being like her mom. You know what I'm saying?
She don't be nothing like that.
And then you got baby Gracie.
Yeah.
This little girl that they got to play this little wow.
Bro, she deserves every award that's out there. Bro.
This little girl has to be no older than 6 years old. She is acting her ass off.
Nigga, I pay good respect to her. Nigga, she was playing her role, boy. She played the fuck out of her role.
She got her check for sure that. For sure. But yeah, they started out with them in North Carolina, and the dad take the two girls out to the movies, and then that's when tragedy strikes back at home with Lucky, the mom, and then they youngest son, whose name was Chester. Things happen. Son passed away.
We was spoiled. We just
we can say the son passed away, but we ain't gonna say how. We ain't gonna say how. Cause knowing that the son passed away is important to the mom's character and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, boy, it's so wild. But anyway, then that happens and they leave from North Carolina and move to East Compton. Cause mind you, the pops is an engineer.
Yeah, so he got a job.
Yeah, he got a job offer.
And this place they're selling these houses to these people. They're selling these they had a discussion of this shit later on a couple episodes in on how they got people black people just buying these houses blind. They don't know what they look like, nothing. They just moving and just coming basically
free
flocking. You know what I'm saying?
Trying to get out of the South.
Yeah, get out the South. So they doing that shit, not knowing what they getting themselves into. Is about to be some hellish things. I'm talking about like every black.
Especially this particular house that the Emerys move into.
Yeah. And that's what I was wondering too through this whole thing.
If it was just that house.
No, I know it wasn't just that house because they went to the other lady house that did with us. That shit, all that shit, her kids, killed her kids and shit. Then she went to that lady that was in the crazy house and the Kentucky, like nigga, that whole town messed up because y'all watch this series, y'all really see why episode 9, because the man in the black hat, wizardry.
Like the family. Okay, so the family moved into this house in West Compton, right? In a all white neighborhood. You know, they dealing with racism from their neighbors off rip. Y'all know how that go. And they having town meetings about how they gonna get them out of here and all that. Like when we say off rip, it's off rip. Like they was ODing from all this, and this entire show spans over 10 days. Yeah, this entire show happens in 10 days.
You hear me?
When I tell you, when y'all see all the stuff that happens in the show, this happened over 10 days.
Some episodes that got like 2
multiple days in it, but like y'all,
the day that is just a day,
you would be like, this is a long day.
It's so much torment going on, bro. Oh my goodness.
Like, bro, y'all is not ready for the show.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, but they have a real bad neighbor named Betty. She wants them gone.
She wants them gone. It's Betty. Hold on, what's the other dude name?
It's Betty,
Marty,
Earl,
yes. Them,
basically
them
Marty.
three. Yeah, Doris. That's
Doris.
It's Buddy wife, but yeah, I'm talking
that's
about
Earl wife.
That's
right?
Marty.
Marty.
I'm talking about they cornballs, but I'm talking about they just out here tripping. But they do got one solid white homie out there, George. George was solid. The dude that was never trying to trip.
I thought George was the milkman. George was the milkman. George is the milkman. Hey, the milkman wild. Ooh. The milkman wild.
Ooh. Watch out for that thing.
Hey, he a wild boy. He dangerous. That shocked the shit out of me when he did that.
I told you keep your eyes on him.
I was like, what?
I told you keep your eyes on him.
I was what, y'all?
I want to talk about that elixir. I want to talk about keep your eyes on that.
This show is amazing.
Because like a lot of people gonna think that it's just bashing the black community. Like
a
lot of us tired of the black trauma movies, but at the same time, we gonna get it regardless. And
now don't get it wrong. This is a black trauma show. That's definitely the basis of the show, but it's horror. Like there's other like entity like we said, like each one of these characters, the main characters.
Yeah, let's get into the demons.
Yeah, like the mom.
Lucky.
She has the worst demon she has to fight off because they live in the house of where that person was from. That church where the church was in the basement.
They shook the devil hand.
But it was it's the man in black ass from way back in the day when it was still basically the Wild West. They were riding horses.
I'm talking about with like it's probably like damn near with slavery.
Yeah, it was this pastor. He was leading this town, and he had him tripping because at first he was straight. Then he started going blind. Well, he wasn't straight at first.
Crazy.
He wasn't straight at first because he sacrificed his son and. And he was asking God on why did this happen? So he was already not mentally there. But yeah, oh my gosh, y'all.
No, he didn't sacrifice his son. His son and his wife had died, and he was asking why the Lord. I thought he was saying he sacrificed his son. He was like, I understand why you sacrificed my son to do this. That's why he found the
little boy. The little boy, right?
So boom.
That blew me too.
So boom. So I mean, yeah, he do all that. So he welcomed these two black people into the little community and shit.
They basically looking after.
They ain't really doing nothing.
But they were travelers. They were just trying to get to where they was going to, but their wagon broke, and they was like, "Can you help us fix the wheel?" They're like, "Yeah, y'all can stay here until we fix it." A week go by. The man of the couple come up and was like, "Hey, we just trying to get out here. Can you help us fix the wheel or whatever?" But they looking for water, and then they.
Yeah, black dude basically get water as soon as you get down there.
And they wasn't going for none of that.
Magic and shit. So basically, at the end of that, the devil basically granted the pastor the power to condemn any I feel like black entity that came into that town since that day. Like after that, nigga, like it's been bad for everybody that ended up in East Compton that was black. Man,
the devil told him he was like, if you don't want your soul to die, you have to lead souls to hell. He basically tell you have to give him the living hell.
Yeah.
And like if you fail to do so, you will die.
So
and I'm like, wow.
That's lucky character.
Yeah, and that cursed that whole town. So that's why that town, everybody in the town, like it makes sense on why their neighbors act the way they do. It's like wild, y'all. Because that's the main. And Lucky is the main character of this show. She is the face of this show.
Really, her and Henry. Her and Henry. Hey. Boy Henry. He got the best.
The Pops.
The best demon.
Because mind you, like we said, the Pops he's an engineer. He working at a place, and nobody really don't. And apparently the higher ups don't know that he was black because they went to this little thing that they had for all the engineers, and he introduced himself to the boss, and his boss was like, man, you shouldn't have did that or whatever, and he got mad, and nigga basically kicked him off because they just got put on a big project, right?
Yeah, it was just some bullshit. It's like this whole thing is just about some racism bullshit, but his boss was fucking him over and shit basically, and because you really don't see much about his job. His job is really important,
but you got to deal with him. Always knowing like he wasn't there whenever the shit happened, whatever it is.
He ain't never in the right spot.
Yeah, the right time.
So that's come to his demon, the tap dance man.
The best character in this show.
The best demon in this motherfucking show. No, the best character is probably Little Shorty, little Gracie Lee. She probably not Gracie Lee, but
Gracie,
Gracie, yeah. She was up there acting fool.
Nah, she was.
Tap dancing.
But back on that tap dance man.
He was basically my boy Henry, polar opposite. Like, man, I'm talking about the Joker, the Batman type shit. Like,
yo, it was so wild. But that's great. Literally what it is.
Like,
literally what it is.
Like, y'all, like the bar scene was really probably the best scene, and when on episode 10.
When they were at
the movies.
No,
at the house too. Yeah, the house too was funny.
The first scene when they first met each other in the house was funny. He was like,
no, it was funny
because they were laughing at the TV, and he was like, "They gonna make me pop a spleen, Mr. Henry."
Buddy that played him is my boy Jeremiah Brickett, I guess is his name. Yeah, he played a good role as that.
They was hilarious for that.
He played a good role as the tap dance.
And mind you, it's black. He's like a black dude playing blackface.
Yeah, blackface.
It's a black dude playing blackface, and
until I ain't gonna say that.
It's a black dude playing blackface. It's always important.
And so we get the Ruby Lee. She basically got a demon of what you want to say, personality.
Yeah, personality, because she don't want to be black.
Yeah, she don't want to be like her mama, and then at the end of that, she don't want to be black neither. Like she want to be.
She want to be
like
pure, pretty, perfect. However you want to say it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird, but then we get to little mama.
Gracie. She's got to be, like I said, 5.
5 or 6.
5 or 6. She about to start school, so she has a book that is Miss Vera.
Yeah, it's like a teacher book, like for like little girls. Like boy, you talking a monster?
She has the scariest demon for sure.
Like 7, 10.
She has the scariest demon for sure.
Miss Vera was very. Cause I thought like her collar was fangs. You know, her. I was like, what was that? And I was like, okay, man, I just look puffy on the collar. Miss Vera was a weird ass demon. Cause it really was. It had Gracie saying some things that
she shouldn't have known about.
At school, to my cat in the bag.
Hey, when y'all see that scene, y'all gonna understand why I'm saying.
You gonna want to break your TV. You gonna want to break your money. You might want to cancel your Amazon Prime subscription. You know what I'm saying?
Cat in the bag.
Man.
Boy.
Man. God damn. That shit is wild. But yeah, so they all fighting these demons and shit.
That's basically the moral of the show.
Basically all the demons they fighting is the demons that the man in the black hat put on type shit. Cause I had to watch it another time to start catching on to it. Like the man, tap dance man, he was saying certain shit like he's like, let me do something so I can conjugate mode, nigga, or something like that. But I know he was like trying to talk about let him use Henry as a vessel type shit. Yeah. Cause Henry, boy, ooh.
Hey, Henry real. He real. He real. Henry real.
Oh.
I'm
gonna tell you, I'm gonna say he lost a finger. So I'm gonna say,
y'all, if y'all don't do anything else,
bro, please
watch this show.
Please.
It's worth it. I don't care what you heard about it, what you think you know about it.
For like tune in, I like when I first seen it, literally the trailer had me. I was like damn, like I know it's on edge because I already know it's gonna be some race shit. I see the black face,
exactly.
I'm like man, fuck, let me go ahead and tap in. But this shit was worthwhile, bro. You talking about a good black horror? People was asking me, is it anything like Us? Get Us out of your mind.
It's not like it's. I mean, it's not like Us but it's like Us and Get Out put together. Simply because I say Us and Get Out put together because it's Get Out simply because of racist stuff, and I say Us because they fighting demons and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, demons. Us, it was different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody, them wasn't demons.
True. That's parallel, like basically parallel universe type thing. Okay, yeah.
That's why people are like, nah, this gonna boil your blood, but at the same time, you gonna end up liking the show.
Yeah, you gonna like it.
You gonna like this shit because you really gonna like the actors. That's really what's gonna draw you in.
The acting, the dialogue. Man. Oh my gosh.
You want everything.
And they got some. The cast really. It's low key studied.
Both sides, black and white.
Yeah, it's low key studied. Like to be honest.
Okay. You know, I'm gonna get one thing off my chest though.
What?
All these niggas from London.
Wherever
these niggas come from, man. This nigga, they be having these accents that be too American. Too American, man. Like, who is your voice coach, man?
They probably got somebody like us teaching.
So that's the problem. So now what I'm about to do, I'm about to take my talents over there and then be like, yo,
you gonna be a voice coach?
Nah, like teach me how to talk like y'all. Nigga. I'm about to take over your movie.
He said take over your movie.
And then I start getting interviews. They gonna be like, I'm gonna talk like this. They gonna be like, what the fuck? Cause that's how I be. Franklin blew me, my nigga. Buddy from Star Wars blew me. I'm like, bro,
but like I told you, this is all because of Idris Elba.
Yeah. He the pioneer, my nigga. Idris was the first one that blew me out, but Franklin really corrupted my mind because this nigga showed me that shit. I was like, wow. But yeah.
Back to this. There's so many other characters that we didn't even get to and we're not gonna talk to, but I am gonna bring up like the police chief.
Oh boy, you wanna talk about cricket?
He just watch the police. Just watch that dude right there.
Police chief, the lady that sold in the house. Watch it, man.
That's really to watch.
What's Henry's cousin name that they went to?
Was it him? No, it was something with an H though. I can't remember. Yeah.
She wasn't even on here, so I don't even know. Cause she's shorty from what you say?
Friday.
From Friday.
That's Craig girl.
Yeah. Shorty from there, from Wayans Bros. Yeah. So yeah, you got there's a lot of shit going on, cause they even trying to put Lucky down on game. They're like, man, hey, in the town you living in, it's
on me like they like.
She
like Lucky ended up finding other people that lived in the house that they were living in, and like. Oh my!
But that's what I was asking you the other day. I was like, I wonder, like we all know the wives was dealing with the band of Black Hat. I was like,
if anybody else,
I wonder if the husband dealt with the tap dance man.
Like they all they all had to deal with the same.
But like I was saying earlier, like the other day, I know probably the girls' demons is probably different from everybody because those are probably more personal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, nigga, that shit was because them other families, nigga. Ooh,
y'all. Tune in.
That scene when Buddy was in the wheelchair.
Hey, and it's worth it for episode 10. I'll tell you that right now. Episode 10 makes everything.
Episode 10 gonna make you smile.
Episode 10
you gonna smile as soon as episode 10 come down.
It's gonna make everything you watch worth it.
As soon as Ruby Lee do what she do, you gonna like, ooh, I'm back in it. Like,
it's really it's amazing. It's really good.
I get this show 9.5.
Facts.
This shit is busting. This shit is busting.
Especially the way, cause if they don't mess with it, just
if they don't make a season 2, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah,
don't make a season 2 and water
this was perfect. It was good.
Because I really don't care about no other family that might go back into that house.
Facts. There's nothing else you can top
the
it.
Emerys had the best of the best. You know what I'm saying?
That was great. Yeah, definitely. This is definitely a 9.5.
Cause we really ain't even getting to Lucky Art. Lucky Art crazy.
Like, cause we not trying to spoil this for y'all though. Cause
Lucky Art crazy. I'm talking about she go through even after that.
Lucky got it the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky has it the worst.
Mm-hmm. Mentally, she got it worse mentally.
She has it.
Henry got it worse physically.
Yeah, he has it worse physically.
Hey, come. I was like, oh, hold on now.
But yeah, we gonna leave it out. We gonna leave it alone with that though, y'all, man.
Y'all go tune into that.
Y'all go tap in. But that's another episode though, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all know what to do. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe.
Sure.
Get us out there. Still give us some more suggestions in the comments and stuff y'all want to see us talk about or whatnot. Yeah, we down for suggestions, and that's another episode of Premier Boys.
Sure.